Everyone, welcome to your workout. Today we are going to focus on strength, mobility, and flexibility. It's going to be a kind of a full body Pilates workout. You just need your mat and possibly some yoga blocks if you have a little hard time reaching for the floor. We're actually going to put ourselves in a position to try to get more flexible, so maybe you can get rid of those blocks one day, but grab them if you need them, and I'll see you in just a second. So we're going to start out in our standing Skandasana position. This is a yoga pose where you gradually are getting down low to the mat. So you might want to hike up those pants a little bit. Right now we're just doing the shifting so that eventually you're going to come all the way down into this squatting, low squatting position, and then you can push yourself over to the other side, whoa, wherever your hips will allow. Now I'm not trying to put too much weight on my arms right now, so this is a great workout. If you don't want anything weight bearing on the hands, scoot those heels in a little bit closer. And if your pelvis is pushing back, tilt yourself forward so that you're in this flat plane, so your hips and everything, they're all in this one plane. And let's just bounce or pulse in this goddess stretch. So maybe do about 20 of these. This is going to build up your strength in your quads and leg muscles. You can put your arms out, add in some arm stretches. So if you're doing the arm stretches, press into those shoulder blades. You're going to open up the chest and help work on that posture just a little bit. Two-part benefit to this one. Then you're going to take your hands. I'm putting a very gentle pressure on my knees with my hands. I'm not putting a lot of weight into my hands. And we're just doing some shoulder dips. If you're using like a full press into your hips, you can into the knees with your hands. You know, you can try to muscle that a little bit more, but I'm doing a very gentle press into my legs. And good. Now we're going to straighten up the legs. We're going to try to reach for the floor. So if you have yoga blocks handy, if you need them, grab them. So use any level. You can go high, middle, low. So I can reach the floor, but I know if you're aiming to reach the floor, this is a good start to try to take you down. And so you're going to take the right hand to the opposite foot, even put your block there, or even rest your elbow, your forearm there if you're having trouble with your wrist like I am. You can even wrap the left arm, the top arm, around your back. This is a standing saw. So of course I'm modifying, but if you were just doing this regularly, just put your hand to your leg or to the floor, add a little more weight into the hand, or if you don't want to put the weight, just rest your forearm. Let's go ahead and switch it to the other side. So this is really increasing your mobility and flexibility in the legs. And you can wrap that arm. Good, and just hang out here. Then you could take your arms down the center, same thing, press your forearms on top of your blocks or just down on the floor. If you can go a little bit lower, push, push, push on those legs. And hang here. This is stretching out those hamstrings, giving you more flexibility in your legs. And if you want to prop up a little bit more, go ahead, try that and hang out here for a few seconds or minutes. And then you're going to carefully push up and walk the feet in. Then we're going to take advantage of the length of our mat. We're going to do our elephant stretch. So again, if you don't want to put any weight into your fists or hands. If you have a wrist injury, you could put your fist directly to the floor or the blocks. If you're using open hand, that's going to add some more weight bearing to the hands. So I'm taking the lighter method. I'm barely putting any weight on my hands right now. And even I could just take my arms off and hang here so that I'm deepening this hamstring stretch. But you want to put your arms out there to give a little added stretch into your upper body. This is very similar to the downward facing dog, only we're pushing more into the back leg so that your heels are actually down to the mat. You can also flip your blocks and breathe and stretch here. Then we're going to walk one foot in closer to the center, place the other foot behind it, or maybe put your toes between that Achilles heel, and then you're just going to lower and lift with that leg. So this is a pike up. So think about your tailbone reaching up to the ceiling. And then switch. This is giving you more strength and flexibility in your legs. All right. Then we're going to come down to the knees. So now we're going to do a drawing the sword stretch. So you just have a weight or something in your hand. You're reaching up, so you're extending this arm. You're getting that mobility in your arm. If you have a weight, it would be mimicking a spring-loaded reformer in the studio. So we are just trying to aim to keep our upper body in motion, but this below the chest, our hips and everything are stable. And then let's switch, come down, lower with that arm. So you're doing a little bit of a high-low exercise here. This is very gentle. But again, you're opening up that chest, getting that flexibility in the arm and the chest. All right. Now come down, lower onto your feet. So we're going to build up some strength in our quads by doing a ski jumper. Use your arms to propel you up and back down. So this is very much, you're creating like a seesaw out of your body, up and down, using this bouncing motion, the momentum from your legs to shoot up. Really good for the quads. 19 and 20. Come back up onto your knees. Extend one leg. Again, you can take advantage of using your blocks. We're just going to inch down that leg. So this is a very gentle on the arms. You can pulse it down. A little bit of a mermaid style stretch. You can also push both arms out, counter position here. 9 and 10. Then take both blocks or take the arms down to the floor and widen your posture here. So you're getting a deep stretch down the inside of the leg, your inseam. So I'm just kind of sitting back on my bent knee, pushing my hips back. You're opening up your hips. Then you're going to carefully come up, reset your legs, take the left leg out, and do the same sliding motion so you get a nice side bend here, opening up that side body. And then incorporate the opposite arm so you get that counter stretch going on. That's about 10 of those. Take your elbows down to the block, extend out both legs. So you're a little bit in this half froggy position with your legs, and you could just pulse into this one. Just a few of these. Then you could take both knees down to the floor. So if you can see, putting very little weight on your hands, you can use your elbows down to the mat and try to open up those knees and inch them out. If you want flexibility, try a little bit of this exercise every day. You're gonna feel this in your hips, and see if you can hold it. Let's hold here for about 30 seconds. And gradually open, even if it's just a 1/4 inch or something, open up those knees just a little bit more. Your feet are fanned out froggy style. And just hold here. Give it a little pulse if you want. This is a great hip opener and flexibility challenge. Very hard to do if you're not used to coming all the way down. Some people can get their hips all the way down to the floor. And then you're gonna carefully walk those knees in, or bring your feet closer together so that you can come out of it. Let's take it down to a side body. We're gonna work on the side legs. I'm barely putting any pressure on my wrists and everything, so let's just lower and lift the leg. A lot of flexibility movements in our legs here. Just lower and lift. You can point and flex the foot. And then let's take a hip opener, slide the leg up and down and up and down. Let's just do 5 of these. And 4 and 5. And if you want to hold it, you can grab with peace fingers the big toe, or pull that leg closer to you, however you are able to do it. Then let's tap the foot to the front and back. Normally we do this with the hip lifted off the floor, but it's still getting that flexibility in that hip joint. And then let's hold that leg, point your knee to the front. Hold that leg, and then point the knee and press the heel back. Just a swinging motion, or you can open up the hip and do little circles like this. Many ways you can do this one. And then bring it back. And just do like 5 each direction. Then you're gonna hover that leg. So flex your foot, bob. No barking, no barking. What? Oh, give me a good downward facing dog. Good boy, come here. Come here, buddy. Oh, come here, you're so cute. You're so cute. All right, so we're done holding that leg out. Now let's just swing it for a side kick. So this is opening up that hip and then working that glute muscle. You'll feel that in the upper part of your leg. All right, and maybe do 10 of those. Just swinging that leg. And then you're gonna take the knee, before you bring it all the way back, and place it down on the floor. Hold it with the opposite arm, and then your left arm is gonna roll up the other way, so behind you. So you're just rolling your shoulder to the floor and pressing the knee down. And then we're going to come up into a side body plank. So you can use your forearm, and you can also put one knee to the floor or extend both legs. Now, this is not putting any weight on your arm, on your hand or fist, just on the arm. Let's hold here. This is part of the strength that we're building in the upper body. And then let's thread that needle. Just 10 of these. 10, and then carefully come down. Let's do the same batch of exercises on this other side. So I'm coming all the way down, and however you need to rest, let's just lower and lift the leg first. Putting little weight on my wrist. So clumsy of me to fall off that bed. Okay, and then we're holding the leg. I'm going a little bit out of order. Just gonna hold the leg, you can flex it. Then we're gonna do our hip opener. And again, you might have one leg that's more flexible than the other. Just do 5 of these, 4 and 5, and either peace finger toes or some kind of happy baby variation, sideways happy baby. Hold that leg and then bring it down. Let's do the taps. So you're just putting your tippy toe to the floor. Nine and 10. Take that knee up and then let's lift it up just a little bit. You start to feel that in the glute. You can push it forward and back. We're just getting flexibility, many different variations to get flexibility in these hips and glute muscles. Let's do some circles here. Try not to lose the distance. And then go in reverse or the height. Okay, and then we already did the holding. So now let's do our side kick. And that's 10. Then you're gonna take that leg. Now I have a dog in front of me, so I'm lifting it a little bit higher than I normally would. And place that knee to the ground. Roll the opposite shoulder to the floor. And just look over to the side. Get a good spine twist here. Flexibility in the spine. Breathe into it. And then carefully come out of it. We're gonna go up into our side plank modified. So you're gonna be on your forearm, pushing up and holding in your side forearm plank. And then let's thread the needle. And then that's 10. Come all the way down to your belly. And let's just do some cobra. So I'm gonna press my heels a little bit closer together. Fan them in and out. So then you get a feeling. So you're just doing 5 of these. Open the heels and then bring them together. You just want to feel how it is to squeeze the glutes together. So this is a real deliberate glute stretch. And then we're going to do single leg kicks. We're in a low cobra here. You're stretching your abdominal muscles, but you're also getting a little bit of a kick. And you can look to the left and the right. This will help you with your neck mobility. And then let's do a swan dive. So arms are extending out. The whole body is going to lift up in one piece and down. Making sure you're mindful of your breathing. And that's just 5 of those. and shake your hips a little bit left and the right. And then let's come up into a forearm plank from here. So either leave your knees on the floor, but pick your belly off the floor, or pick your knees and belly. So you take which one works best for you, and we're just gonna hold here. You can do your shifting forward and back. We're gonna be here for about 30 seconds. Think about wrapping those abs to the center body. And then we're going to bring the knees down and then come back around. And then let's do, I think we have like a couple of exercises on the floor, on the mat. Let's do a seated forward fold. This is great for spine flexibility and also hamstring exercises and stretches. So you just want to kind of lift up, and you can go through your feet or go on the outsides of your feet, working on our spine and our hips and hamstrings here. And then we're going to come all the way to the center to a seated spine stretch. So again, you can take your blocks, you can press down, open those legs. So this is a big wide leg spine stretch. So arms can come either onto the floor or onto your blocks. And just relax here for a second. Try to bring your face closer. Every day you can work on this and get more flexibility. And then carefully come back up. You can take one leg to the inside of the other. And this is great for flexibility, side body. I think I've been doing this one a lot. Side body, or even wrap your arm behind you to open up your chest and stretch out your shoulder. And you can even grab onto that big toe with your open chest, leg extension here. And then let's switch out the legs. I'm just gonna go ahead and wrap my arm around the back and then grab that big toe. So come to whatever part of the foot you can reach and open that chest and side body. And then we're gonna come into one more stretch. Release that one, come down to your spine, and we're just gonna do our bridge. So this is great for hip flexibility and mobility. Your heels are close to your glutes, and you can either bring your hands underneath you as you push the hips up higher, and then we could take a few pulses. All you're doing is using the glutes to push up, not the back, and open up, getting a good hip stretch here. And that was about 10 of those. Then you're going to carefully come out of it. And then I'll just do one quick inversion. So you can practice for flexibility, lifting the hips up off the floor. This is a huge undertaking if you're not used to doing it. So use your arms pressed into the floor gently and just try to pick up those hips. And then gradually you want to lift with your momentum all the way. And I'm going to do some piking taps to the floor from this position. This is great flexibility for the spine. You can even tap one foot and put the one knee to the forehead, play around with it, and then you can open and close the legs. All this kind of fun stuff that you will eventually, and then you're going to roll, articulate the spine back down to the floor. And that's going to be it for today's workout. Just keep trying, keep working on all of these exercises to increase your mobility, flexibility, and strength. And I'll catch you soon. Bye.